Hi guys, Unhinged Lunatic here, aka Stephanie. I am here just making videos for anxiety, PTSD, OCD, because I have OCD really bad, DPDR, triple PD, depression, dizziness, all kinds of crazy symptoms that you cannot find an explanation for. Maybe, just maybe, I can help you. Not all of us have access to, all these doctors and therapies and this and that and all that sort of thing. So I want to try to help people. And this specific video is related to FND. FND is functional neurological disorder, and I was just recently diagnosed with that maybe like a year ago. And what it is like our brain stops talking to the rest of our body correctly. So, one minute I can get up and I can go from the sofa to the kitchen and I can walk just fine and I'm good. The next minute I go to stand up and I can't figure out how to stand up. Or I do stand up and my legs are just, they feel like somebody put another pair of legs on me and I'm trying to learn how to walk again. I can't do it. It is the weirdest feeling. It feels like somebody else's limbs are on me. It makes zero sense. Zero sense. It can cause all kinds of havoc on you. It can cause visual issues, GI issues, physical issues, emotional issues, because when you're dealing with something like this, 9 times out of 10, the life that you once knew, you no longer have. So therefore, you end up very depressed, very lonely, very in denial. Like your whole being is just done, and you're just done because you have functional neurological disorder. You don't know how you got it. They say it's from trauma. They say, like all these horrible bad things that's happened to you has legitimately made your brain just go bonkers. It's given up. So it's almost like all these trauma experiences that you've had has legitimately made you continuously live in this world of just hate, absolute hate. It's like all those things that cause the trauma is still like winning. They're just punching you back. And you're just sitting there taking it and taking it and taking it. And I'll get into the story of how I went from being okay one day to not being okay the next day. That will be a whole different story, but for now, I want to focus on functional neurological disorder. It causes havoc on your body. And the way that I got diagnosed with it was because one day I could walk, the next day I couldn't. One day I could carry a full sentence with you, or a full paragraph sentence. Brain fog. I'm still dealing with issues, so bear with me. I could carry on a whole conversation with a person, and the next day I could barely speak 2 words. My brain was not processing the words that needed to be said, and I would become very frustrated with myself, which intensified everything else. So there's a lot that goes into functional neurological disorder, and now as I'm going through this process of learning about how the brain works, the body works, how the brain communicates to the body, how all of these things come together to make your whole being work. That if one thing kind of gets thrown off, the rest of it is just in havoc. Like, what do we do? This leg over here is like, hey, I need to be over here. This one's like, no, I need to be laying in the bed. Like, it wreaks havoc on your body. And so I'm coming to the conclusion while I'm doing all this research and I'm looking into other things that it may not be this functional neurological disorder. Again, this is something that I feel like doctors just give you because they don't have answers to what is actually happening to you. Now, with some FND patients, they have things like non-epileptic seizures, they have tics, they have all sorts of different things, and it's all a combination of things that doctors can't pinpoint and be like, well, this is what it is because this is what the blood work says. No, it's because I can't figure it out. So they're like, here's FND. Take it. That's what you have. That's it. And there's not even medication for it. There's nothing. You're supposed to do like brain activities and physical therapy and things like that. And I'm thinking there's got to be more to it than just that. There's got to be more to it. So as I'm doing this research here lately because of a bathroom experience that I had, which was in my last video, if you want to go check that out, is that our brains are so intelligent. And so when one little wire gets jiggled and moved out of sort, it's like the rest of the wires just kind of like, whoa. Nope, or this one's over here like, panic, 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 panic. And so your body starts acting chaotic. So as I'm learning all of these new things, I'm realizing that this FND, functional neurological disorder, could be something as simple as triple PD or DPDR or just generalized, I wouldn't say generalized, but chronic anxiety. And you're going to think that I'm crazy. You're going to think that I'm actually a lunatic. Let me explain to you why. Is because I have noticed that since I've been like feeding into the symptoms that I'm having, I'm like, oh my God, my legs can't work today. Your natural thought is there something wrong with my brain? Do I have a brain tumor? Like, is my heart not pumping enough blood to provide blood to my brain? Like, you start, what do you call it? Spiraling out of control, and you start, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And your symptoms are going to get worse. Why? Because your blood pressure is going up, your heart rate's going up, everything is intensifying. It's your anxiety. You're causing a lot of this on yourself. And I am not a medical professional. I am not a doctor. I am not anything. This is just my own personal opinion. But as far as that goes, I have noticed with myself that if I'm constantly, I can't, then I don't. Revert that and start being like, okay, I know if I get dizzy, then I'm probably going to pass out, but I'm not going to die. Keep saying that to yourself. I'm not going to die. I'm just going to pass out. Like, throw a pillow on the floor and walk. Just do it and see. And yeah, you might be like, oh, a little on edge, but you get it done. You get it done. And if you've ever noticed anybody with FND, you can test them. Like, you can have them walk. And the more that they're walking, the more that they're doing it, the better that they become. Think about that for a minute. It's because you're not under this pressure of, oh my God, I'm going to fall. Oh my God. You're just literally trying to walk. You're just like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And you get it done. Now, you may be walking, and all of a sudden it's like, poof, you're like, oh my God, I can't walk, which has happened to me. That's because at some point your sensitized system has went into overdrive a little bit. You may not even be thinking it, but your body is still working. You've got to give your body a little bit of grace. It actually works a lot on its own. You have no idea the power of the brain and the body and what it can do. So if that happens, don't be like, oh my God, I don't have that because it just stopped working. I have no idea why. And then you're all of a sudden creating that same process over and over and over again in your head, which causes anxiety. So if you want to continue to learn about FND and all these other things and like things that you can do to help yourself or to even just test it out to see, go ahead and like and subscribe and follow the part 2 of this because I really want to get in depth of testing yourself just to see. Because you may neurologically have something going on. Or you could just have triple PD or something. So test it out. Go ahead and like this video, comment, share, whatever you need to do, and just go find the second part of this, and let's just see where you stand at.